R. Crosby Lyles, and this is News from the Can. You know, it's one of those annoying little things that happens when you're a small-time creator. But, you know, we got hacked again. And it's, you know, something that happens every once in a while. I can watch, so you see how these videos here, some of them are monetized and this one isn't. This video here, you can't even search this thing. It's like it doesn't even exist anywhere. You could try to search it, and I don't think you'll be able to find it. And basically what it does is it describes how chaos in the Middle East drives up the price of oil, which makes things better for the Russians and for U.S. oil producers. Russia and the United States are both laying as much steel pipe to carry oil as they possibly can. I mean, they're just they're off the chain. So Russia is the top producer of oil in the world, and that's their chief source of income. That's like their only source of income, pretty much. They have an economy the size of Italy with an outsized amount of control, you know, left over from their KGB skills that they've been honing for the last 30 years, off and on with different things. You know, they have this outsized ability to manage public perception around the world. So one of the ways that they do that is they control content on YouTube. It's just painfully obvious. So anyway, basically this video here lays out how war and chaos in the Middle East drives up the cost of oil, drives up the price of oil, which, you know, jacks up the profits for the oil companies. So there's a massive interest in maintaining chaos in the Middle East for Russia and the United States. So, and the interesting thing too is that Saudi Arabia, I just saw a video somewhere recently that Saudi Arabia, they got a big problem because you know, they're running out of oil. So they've been trying to switch their economy over to other things other than oil to carry them forth. I don't know what that's going to be. So you see this video here, and it's just not searchable. You can't see it. So I got one of my videos went viral, the Armageddon line. So the Armageddon line went viral. It's got 1.84 million views, and did pretty good for a while. And then it just suddenly out of the blue, you know, uploaded something else that I guess somebody didn't like. See, this narrative here works for the Russians. And what they like about it is there's this blurb in here in the very beginning about the words say, consider the nightmare scenario. If we didn't have an intermittent freeze, that we'd turn into Venus, essentially. Which is that's the narrative that you hear from Guy McPherson and people like that. Well, that narrative works for the Russians because the Russians are really in direct competition with the United States oil-wise. And the way that they sort of like one of the underhanded ways that they cut the legs off American oil competition is by generating heat for the oil companies operating in the United States through the environment protection activists, people who are concerned about global warming and things like that. So what they want to do in the Russia, by the way, Russians, they don't give a flying fuck about global warming. Vladimir Putin doesn't give a living shit about global warming. They don't. But meanwhile, they produce things on RT, Russian television and stuff, and there's subtle little messages, and they've got all this, you know, YouTube is basically a wholly owned subsidiary of Vladimir Putin Incorporated. But anyway, you can just see the Russian fingerprints all over YouTube, and it's really funny how they're putting all this heat on Facebook because Mark Zuckerberg is green, right? He's kind of a lefty, so that's why they put all the heat on Facebook. Meanwhile, there's all this crap going on here. Now, Google has been pretty good, frankly. YouTube has been pretty good about tamping down on overt propaganda and stuff like that by way of demonetizing videos. And there's, you know, when I look through my demonetized videos, I can kind of sort of see, you know, I can see the reason, the rationale for why they demonetize certain videos. So, you know, I kind of get it. I do. And I'm not, you know, I'm not playing that argument because, you know, you can do a lot of damage. So there's been a lot of damage done by nefarious operators out to do nothing but make money on YouTube by floating stupid stuff like, flat earth and all that kind of crap. You can, it can turn into a race to the bottom type of thing. So there's a legitimate reason why they would want to put some sort of reins on the situation. There are a lot of people out there who are impoverished and superstitious and not really that well educated, rather ignorant. And you can play to those people and you can fluff up their ignorance. You can validate it and perpetuate it and cultivate it through, a platform like YouTube, which is huge. Well, YouTube has got over 1 billion users, so it's a big-ass platform. But you can see Russian fingerprints all over this thing. Malcolm Nance cuts through the bullshit. Now, this is good Malcolm Nance, and he's talking about the hacking of America. So anyway, every now and then, what I'm getting to here is every now and then, I'll put something up. This video here, I uploaded this video on another channel about 2 days ago. Then I see this, right? These are anomalous stats. The shit just drops out of the, it's going up and up and up, and then it reaches this point where somebody comes in. By the way, YouTube and Google is a database. So you can go in, somebody who's an insider, somebody who has gained access to, hacked or otherwise, Google and or YouTube, is able to go in and with a few keystrokes cause your channel to just drop off the fucking map like that. Out of the blue. Just boom, all of a sudden, boom, fuse down the toilet. That's just totally anomalous, right? And then along with that is your revenue. Now, obviously, I'm small time. I'm not, I ain't making no kind of living on YouTube. I got to work for a living. It's just one of those annoying little things. And when this kind of shit happens, I like to fight back because I know who it is. And it's painfully obvious, and I even know we know who the players are. We know the players. We're watching them operate. So, but it's just one of those little annoying things, and I'm just telling you that the content that you see on YouTube is vigorously shaped, and this is how it's done. I uploaded something that they didn't like, which is this video right here, which is kind of a tongue-in-cheek. You can see that 10 views. Ain't nobody watching this fucking video, but they saw this and they said, "Oh, you're linking up Adolf Hitler to Donald Trump," which it's a cheap shot. It is, but one of the hallmarks, by the way, of a fascist state is privately owned security companies. The Waffen-SS was a privately owned security company that worked for the Nazis. So when you see private prisons and private police, Blackwater's changed their name. I don't know what they're called now. That was a long time ago they changed their name. But when I say Blackwater, you know who I'm talking about. It's a private security company. That's a hallmark of a fascist state. Having privately owned security companies, that kind of crap. So, but anyway, so I put up this video and then boom, all of a sudden, right off the map. Boom. Oh, that's because people don't like it. Bullshit. That's bullshit. If when I go out and I'm just around town, I am surprised, totally surprised by the people that I know used to be staunch, you know what I'm saying, conservative, and they're talking bad about Donald Trump. You know what I mean? I'm talking about people from the sticks who you would think, my God, they're talking bad about Trump. Wow, that's bad news for the Republicans. I don't know what to say, but so bullshit. That's anomalous. That statistic right there is anomalous. And I can't put them out there, but there's a dude that put a comment, one of those cryptic little comments that I see. Put a comment on here and then boom, I see that. So that's what they do. Operators, they'll step out and say, yeah, hey, fuck you. Hi there, fuck you, and then your shit will fucking drop off because this has happened before. This happened. This video here is called Anomalous Statistics. The link is in the description. Anomalous Statistics, you tell me, 380 views. Ain't nobody really looking at it, right? But this right here happened to me when my Armageddon line video went viral, and I didn't have anything going on before that. So, you know, but I see things, and this is what my, you know, the nature of my experience is. So here you see the view numbers, and the view numbers start to tail off. That's, you know, a reasonable, you know, curve that you would see on a video. That's somewhat reasonable. And you go down here and you look, and here's the money, here's the revenue, and it's just like somebody carved it off with a knife, you know? And so, pretty much bottom line, some motherfucker stole my money. And who do you think that is? And that's how this shit works. So, yeah. Yeah. You know, I saw this video recently about Alex Jones. Some people that think that Alex Jones is actually Bill Hicks. If anybody remembers the comedian Bill Hicks, that supposedly Bill Hicks faked his death and became Alex Jones. And it's kind of actually, you know, they look very similar. Their voices similar. And Alex Jones he looks older, you know. He looks like he could be Bill Hicks's age. Bill Hicks is about 12 years older than Alex Jones. Bill Hicks died back in 94, I believe. So that whole thing about tearing America apart and civil war and trying to instigate civil war, that's Vladimir Putin. He's been doing, you know, and the whole thing with trying to get to produce these white ethno states and shit, you know, white nationalism, pushing white nationalism and all that stuff, and trying to create civil wars and discord. It weakens America. And it weakens it weakens Europe. It weakens Vladimir Putin's, I won't say enemies, but, well, enemies. It weakens his competitors. And the United States is the chief competitor of Russia in terms of oil. You know, we're working together a lot, really. But at the same time, we're competitors. So, you know, there's a lot of little games that get played. So, and look, man. They're old Soviets. The Soviet Union, man, that was a kleptocratic thing going on too. So it's really just, you know, meet the new boss, same as the old boss, same old shit. Really, frankly. So there it is. You tell me if I'm wrong, you know. So this is Armageddon line here, right? See how those view numbers climbed up there and everything, and then they just carved that money off. And now here they're doing again. I put up a video. I put up this video on another channel. Damn thing only got 10 views. Concurrent with that, zam. View numbers on the other channel dropped to the fucking floor. And this is why I put up the News from the Can channel. So I could dump all my, you know what I mean, all my half-ass crazy shit. And really what's supposed to be on this channel is science. And I have some stuff that's coming up, that's upcoming, about the nature of some volcanic vents and things, which is upcoming. I just been sick. I was working on it yesterday, and I had to take a break because I couldn't think straight. So it's a wild and woolly world we live in. You know, long video, but you know, it is what it is. And I guarantee you I will get some, because I got some comments on some other videos where they basically, you know, when I put up this video here and I started talking about this, there was a couple dudes that put up some comments on here about, yeah, well, your shit's boring anyway, and you could tell from the thumbnail that they were dudes. So here's somebody who says it's messed up. I agree. Consider yourself fortunate. Oh, Dutch Sense got messed with. Has endured the same thing? Wow, that's kind of weird. Actually, he's pretty good. I watch his Dutch Sense all the time. He does live streaming of earthquake. You know, you can see how deep they are. And it's got this little globe spinning with the little, you know, you can see the lines coming up to show you where the earthquakes are and how deep they are and stuff. That's actually, he's actually got a pretty neat channel. I like Dutch Sense. And it's kind of an interesting to hear that he's missing viewers and money. You know, I mean, yeah, man, your YouTube money, yeah, that's ripe for the picking. And especially a small-time guy like me, Anyway, that's all I got. It's just one of those little annoying little things, and who knows what'll happen, but that's all I got. My name is R. Crosby Lyles, and this has been News from the Can. Thanks for watching. See you.